Cape York Peninsula and of course the Old Telegraph track almost need no introduction because they are the premier off-road location in all of Australia, with the very most northerly point of the country being a site of pilgrimage for countless off-road enthusiasts for decades now. And this year, 2025, is our year to try and get 13 of our rigs to the very top of Australia and hopefully back again. And with an eclectic range of vehicles of all shapes and sizes, this is going to be an excellent adventure. And of course, the question on everybody's lips is, will the Jeep make it there and back? Unfortunately, on the very first day of this trip, we were met with tragedy as Brendan's KZJ78 Toyota Prado grenaded its transmission whilst travelling over the Gateway Bridge in Brisbane. This required the world's largest haul of service station bought automatic transmission fluid and, of course, the much required iced coffee. Now, we managed to limp this car right back from Brisbane down to our hometown in the Northern Rivers of New South Wales, where we soon discovered that the transmission was absolute toast. Luckily for Brendan, there was a car that was waiting in the wings, just ready to pounce on a Cape York trip.
It's 1:30 in the morning. Brendan's transmission blew up in his Prado. And now the poor old Bundy is getting enlisted to go to Cape York instead. Truly a heartbreaking turn of events.
With hundreds of grueling kilometres under our belts, the Bramwell Junction Roadhouse presents itself as an oasis amongst the countless Cape York corrugations. It is one of the best places in all of Australia to crack open an ice cold one and also have a beer. It also presents itself as the last spot where you can really prepare your car for one of the most treacherous tracks in all of the country.
What do we got going on here?
Something dodgy.
Something dodgy.
Yeah.
I like it. Is it long enough? I even got a right angle bend to them. Oh, it's using Dan's. Ooh. Ooh. This is hilarious. Cold air induction. That might be the coolest thing I've ever seen in my life. Well, that was easier than it could have been, isn't it?
Yep.
Look at that.
Just lucky it's the kind of more or less the right shape.
Is
and
that
size.
sealed?
With all of these really high-tech vehicular adjustments out of the road, it was time to properly get this adventure started.
Everyone's basking in the glory that is all these cars that we've brought here for some reason. 13 cars. 13 cars. That's insane.
Well, boys and girls, we made it to Bramwell Station, and you know, I've done this trip 2 times previously now. I haven't driven it in my own car, but every time you rock up to the telly track, even making it here in the first place, it's just a massive sense of achievement, because there's a lot of kilometres between the rest of Australia and the tip of Cape York, and to be so close is, you know, just a miracle to even get here. To think of the mechanical torment that your vehicles have gone through just to get to this point is truly amazing. The first major obstacle on the Telegraph track is of course Palm Creek, but in recent years the original entry to the creek has become extremely steep, so not wanting to end up as a YouTube reel where somebody's rooftop tent falls off and causes mass amounts of damage, we decided to take the chicken track, which was further down the creek.
Heck yeah, Paul. Look at this snorkel. I love that car. Yeah, buddy. Whoa!
I'm gonna have a go going up first.
Hey, two-wheel drive, Joshy. Two-wheel drive. Yeah. Yay!
With the infamous Palm Creek done and dusted, it was on to the next challenge, South Alice Creek. And normally this isn't too bad of a challenge, the water can be fairly deep at times, but in my case, this was where it all started going extremely pear-shaped. The poor old Bundy was really thrown into the deep end with this trip, and the amount of prep work that it actually got before coming on this trip amounted to from 11:30 at night to 2:30 the next morning. That's 3 whole hours of preparation time that this vehicle got before being thrown at one of the most hectic trips in all of Australia. Now, a few portions of the car could have done with a bit more time, the ignition system being one of them.
Let's give it some revs. Yeah, okay, it sprays it all up all over the engine. Just see if you can make it out.
The joys of taking a carburetted and distributed vehicle on the telly track is that you drive through a big filthy river crossing and the ignition system just falls on its face. So this has got a distributor cap, ignition leads, which are all exposed to the elements, and because this thing probably didn't have quite as good a preparation as some of the other vehicles, those portions of the ignition system didn't get replaced. So we'll see how we go. Dave's just spraying some WD around the place, got the cap off, cleaned it out. What's it go, Dave?
Give it a go.
Ready? Fingers out.
Yeah.
All right. Seems to be purring like a kitten. You know, sometimes when I'm pondering life and stuff, I think to myself, do bad things happen to genuinely good people, if you know what I mean? And on this trip I found out that yes they do, because this bad thing happened to me.
Uh-oh, this is not good.
Seen a mile away, and it just slid the arse out. We're just gonna maybe well it up. There's not much else we can do.
My fan has hit the radiator, and this is not the first time this has happened, and I should have learnt my lesson from the last time down in the Wattigans where it occurred. And the fan has come forward whilst going through a real deep water crossing and impacted the radiator. I thought that it was due to the fact that the fan viscous coupling had coupled fully last time, like it had seized on, and meant that the fan was practically going the same speed as the engine and went forward and hit the radiator. But in this case, it seems like the fan is just so flexy that it hits the radiator and destroys it every time I go through anything at least moderately difficult. So anyways, not a great situation. We've been on the telly track for what, 2 hours, and my car is practically unserviceable, which is kind of crappy. I've got no power steering, but luckily with these 100 series they got electric over hydraulic power brakes, so I still have full power assisted to the brakes. With Hefty the 100 series out of action, the only course of action was to, of course, attach myself to the nearest object with the ability to tow other objects with a swiftness that makes you think to yourself, wow, that thing must have 151 kilowatts under the bonnet. And luckily for me, Davo the mechanical wizard had his VDJ 76 Toyota Land Cruiser in my vicinity. It's almost as though Toyota had specifically designed that vehicle to tow me every time I break down, which seems to be a lot. This situation might seem like I am on dire straits. However, this is not my first rodeo, and by rodeo I mean punching a near new radiator in with my cooling fan whilst traversing a mediocre river crossing. Now luckily for me, I always carry around a secret weapon. And that is of course Davo the mechanical wizard, who in turn always carries around his secret weapon, which is of course 2 metric crap tons of 2-part epoxy glue.
Work it in. Yeah. What I reckon is when I get it all in, if you can suck on the radiator, try and create a vacuum, and that'll pull it into the
Horrify.
Yeah.
You getting holding vacuum?
I could hear it before, but I can't now.
Well, it's probably slowly migrating down around, because you don't get much time to puddle it around. That's the only thing that worries me. It starts to go off before you get it to go into the vital areas. Hand over the end.
Yeah, we'll just lower it down very slightly.
Put your hand over the outlet though.
Radiator in.
Right to start him.
Well, it's got no water in it, but
Don't need water.
Start trickling in some water.
the worst pouring vessel ever. With the two-part epoxy nice and dry and therefore a structurally integral part of my cooling system, it was time to duck off to the next challenge, which in this case was Bertie Creek. This crossing in itself isn't much of a challenge per se, however it does present the unique opportunity to get somebody to stand ankle deep in the water and point in approximately a northwest direction. The magic of the Old Telegraph track, and of course part of the allure of the Cape that keeps people coming back year after year, is that every year the track kind of resets itself. It changes itself around, adding new challenges and taking some away, so it isn't the same trip every single time you do it. Now, we found this to be the case. The last time we did this was about 10 years ago, and we found that it was really rutted out, and some of the challenges that we'd met in previous years just didn't exist. And in this case, this challenge just popped up out of nowhere.
Stop that, Graham.
Oh, I forgot to film it.
Let's go. Yeah.
Where's the challenge?
That's a little bit cooked. This is a part of the telly track that needs no introduction. This is Gunshot. This is probably the most infamous of the portions of the telly track. And she's looking a bit cooked, at least this one is. Hopefully we've got a nicer option up further, because I don't really feel like sending the 100 series, the big boy Hyundai, down that bad. A bit of track there, that's proper cooked. However, it is definitely doable. It is definitely doable. Right down, see in this section here, that gets real steep. Up the top there, you could drive down it, but I'd probably want to be winched down. Send a lesser car like a Nissan Patrol down there first, I reckon.
You know, the old saying goes, if you squeeze hard enough, your dreams will probably come true. And this time around, they actually did, because a lesser vehicle actually turned up out of nowhere to tackle Gunshot prior to us, giving us this, you know, pretty special opportunity to watch this absolute stonking land barge of a patrol tackle one of the most hectic creek entries in the country, and all for our viewing pleasure.
Good, you got get hit. They push it. Good job, you got the bearings.
We'll just drive over that, wouldn't we?
Bad. Not bad. Bad. It's hitting the side step too.
Gotta look away.
You're coming on now. You can hit me, turn back down there because you're coming straight in. Want to move the stumps? You look at a warning bag, bro.
Yeah, that awning bag is stout and grouse.
it's not too bad. Actually, that's pretty scot-free.
Yeah, a little bit. Here we go. 3/4.
That's done pretty well, all things considering.
That mud guard and everything on the canopy is strong.
Wow.
To the right, turn right. Drop over the edge.
Oh! I want a Jeep, Randy! I want a Jeep! Oh, well done.
Left. That way a little. Yep, that's enough. Perfect. Keep it coming. Keep coming. Keep coming. Got a good grip there, Tom? Off the brake. Right. Yep. Easy. Okay, turn this way a bit. Keep going. More gas.
Watching these capable little short wheelbase vehicles use the original Gunshot entrance persuaded us to try and find another way to enter Gunshot Creek. So we found this doozy, which was kind of to the left of the original entrance. Now the thing about this one is that you kind of end up in an uncontrolled slide where you nosedive into a muddy bog hole. This wasn't super appealing to some of our vehicles, which are a bit on the nicer side, so we came up with a high-tech solution. This high-tech solution required the use of a winch rope and the immense heft of an average Land Cruiser to slowly drop the vehicles into the creek.
About to drop over now, Josh.
Pull your mirror in, Josh.
Keep going, bit of drive, Joshy, bit of drive now, bit of drive. Come forward, Dave. Keep coming forward, Dave. Keep coming forward. Drive, Joshy, drive.
See you when we see you, Jared. Better now.
Nice, Dave.
Without a scratch.
Did you do a little poo-poo on the way down?
Yeah, several.
Oh.
Look at him go!
That's the best photo I've got of them.
Did you get that, did you?
How do you get a full down?
Yeah, that's a
Cockatoo Creek, fellas. Every time I go to do deep water, I feel a little bit of apprehension now that I've already destroyed my radiator, but I've figured out a cool little setup with a bit of rope to stop my fan from spinning. But Davo the mechanical wizard's going in to check it out by looks.
There's not a good straight run on the other side. If someone's been towed,
Fingers out.
Perfect. You're on again. That'll work. You want the hard line or the easy line?
Misconception about the Old Telegraph track is that it is all about hard four-wheel driving. However, I reckon that if you keep your eyes peeled, you can come across some incredibly interesting flora and fauna, as well as some cool plants and animals.
bit of water out. Micro size.
In 40, so.
And fish.
Micro turtle.
See the fish behind it?
Oh, Josh,
Whoa.
It's like we.
Is that Weet-Bix? Whoa,
Yeah.
look at them go.
They're Weet-Bix kids.
I reckon if you fell in there, you'd be eaten
They're
alive.
asking each other, how many do you do? See a little fish?
I was saying, people would pay big money to come and see turtles swim up to them.
Yeah.
Like hundreds of dollars. All we've had to do is pay thousands and thousands of dollars to get here, and thousands of dollars to get our cars ready.
I know it's a bit of a cliche, but genuinely, no Cape York trip is complete without a dip at Fruitbat Falls. This is one of the go-to spots in all of Cape York, and I mean, it's not hard to see why.
going to drop in now. Try and come up like that so you can get the front wheel over here. He's up. Okay, go full lock. Yep, keep going slow, keep going. Whoop, whoop.
The poor old Jeep is a bit of a black sheep in amongst our crowd. However, it really comes into its own when you take it off-road, which is kind of funny because when you're driving it on the road, it spends most of its time trying to set you back off again.
That's an axle or a hub. Is this auto or you?
Sorry.
Getting the best shot of Pete eating this pie. Whoa. And here we have a wild Pete eating his favourite pie. Oh, here we go. There we go. Heck yeah, buddy. Nice.
Oh, they've put more.
Okay, do some renovation on the track again.
Yeah.
I might just be making excuses at this point, but the Bundy doesn't have any diff lockers, and that coupled with suspension that flexes like a cast iron rod means that you really have to pick your lines. This means that this thing, with a few RPM, is an absolute hoot to drive off-road.
Bundy, go!
Go, Bundy Bear! Stop.
Whoop!
Now,
Out of the road. Yeah!
where's it?
What's your plan, man?
I watched Dan just come up here. Okay,
He's got a locker. He's got it sorted.
He's got a lightish car. You watch him just go right up.
You were gonna call it, and I was like, no way.
Dan just drives up.
Yep. Nothing like a VDJ, brother.
I got the cup in. Good job.
Nice one. Woo!
Jared's a relative newbie to the art of four-wheel driving, and his vehicle is fairly modest in the grand scheme of things, but I gotta say, he did a mighty fine job throughout this trip, and that 120 series petrol Parado, well, that thing's a secret weapon.
Nice work.
Mate, clean as a bean.
Come on! Yeah! Go! That traction control, you could see that working there, couldn't you? Ooh, Scotty!
I can see it coming a mile away.
Bro, you're a punching bag today.
Well, he started to slide. And I was like, either give it or stop.
Yeah.
Stop, he would have just went, yeah.
That way you go. Yep, go there. Is he still alive? Oh yeah, he's still there.
They take you to Sunday school on Sunday? Yeah. Alive. That's the word. Oh, no! You cooked it.
Now you're cooking it in the coals, that's the traditional way.
That's a proper bag.
Joshy, how about, like, well, there's all the rest. Remember the first time when all the logs were broken underneath?
Yeah, well, there's heaps broken underneath there.
Where we're about to stand.
Yep.
Not only has Brendan got the privilege of driving a Toyota Bandera to the tip of Australia, he also has the honour of being the first of us to tackle the famous Cypress Bridge. Oh, just about to do the old log bridge, and Hefty is a stonkin' lad, however not as stonkin' as Graham's 79 series. So we've done the engineering test by putting something really heavy on it to see whether or not it's going to break, so I reckon I'll be right.
Now the image looks really foggy, but it's because it's been in air conditioning. So look through that. Press the button lightly until it. I mean, you can take one of Josh if you want.
Yeah, you're right. Round you go.
That is genuinely butt puckering.
Logan Creek was almost unrecognisable compared to what it was in previous years, with the entrance to the creek crossing further downstream than the original one.
Oh gosh, the camera does not show how steep that is. Oh no! Oh.
This crossing posed a bit of a challenge because we had to drive a fair way up the creek, and you know, due to 1,000 wet seasons, the bottom of the creek is full of schmutz. Now, after the first vehicle had driven through, they'd broken through the wafer-thin surface and into the primordial ooze, meaning that it was almost impossible for any further vehicles to cross without getting towed. Well, at least that's just my excuse. Now, if there was a vehicle to do it, it would have to be the Jeep.
There's a stump on the outside out there, at the driver's side, just in front of you now. What? Oh, hang on.
Oh, I never thought I'd see the day. Good job, Scotty.
Thanks, Scotty.
He's taking initiative whilst I'm drinking this delicious coffee. It genuinely takes a lot to stop the Jeep, so it just goes to show the level of tapioca pudding that is underneath this running creek.
Oh! You got all your lockers and... Go!
No.
Oh no! Rather than going to the right?
Yeah, let's.
Oh, I just sunk.
I don't think any of us are going to do it now.
Oh, bugger.
Oh, no way. No way. Keep going. Go, ball, go.
Oh, he didn't give it a...
Oh, that was further than the rest of us.
It looks like he could have drove that,
No way.
I'll say it now and I'll say it again, but NP Pajeros are genuinely, surprisingly capable, and I'm not even joking. Davo had a slightly different approach to this challenge, unleashing every single thong slap. Not even the propeller on the front of his submerged alternator could have pulled him through this one.
Scott. ribbons forfeit.
The Old Telegraph track kind of has a crescendo right at the end in the form of Nolan's Brook. Arguably, this is the creek crossing that takes out the most vehicles because it is, in most cases, very, very deep. We have been super lucky so far on this trip because we've had all of the campsites and all of the creek crossings kind of to ourselves, and that's primarily due to the absolute joke that is the Jardine Ferry and the fact that it kept breaking down every 2 seconds. I think that scared off a lot of people from trying to tackle the telly track because, you know, you just didn't know whether or not you'd be able to make it back across the Jardine. Up first is Scotty in his GU Patrol, and there's no bow to doubt him. That's one capable car.
Oh, piece of cake.
The Bundy's up next. I'm full of apprehension. I'm a little bit scared because, you know, petrol vehicle with a crappy old distributor. Plus, also, Brendan's got nothing to lose because it's my car, and if he ruins it, well, then who's going to have to deal with it? Probably me. Look at him go. Let me put a GoPro on.
We'll do that way. Forward, Scotty. That's that.
Come on, Bundy! Yes, go! Oh no! Flaming heck. Oh no, my Bundy! Oh, that's hilarious. Oh, she didn't misfire a single time though. She moist, mate?
Just a little bit. I tried to paddle with my
with the wooden spoon. Oh, that's hilarious. Good job, mate. You're doing well. It just didn't want it, mate.
The trouble is with the Bundy is that it is comparatively light, meaning that it, you know, has a habit of floating in deep water. The Jeep, however, is packed to the rafters, and with the 9-kilo gas bottle and the mortar and pestle, this thing has the density of a neutron star. And the thing about neutron stars is that they don't float.
Dropping in. Down.
You gotta be happy with that. Dan's car time and time again proves to me that there's nothing wrong with a new four-wheel drive, just as long as you buy the right one.
Snagged. I think it's floated.
Oh, it's not that bad.
At least I didn't get much water in the car. Thanks, Scotty!
Was it floating?
I don't know, just didn't want to grab.
Are you kidding?
Oh, Joshy!
I think that's a wooden spoon moment.
Yeah.
You know, it takes a certain kind of idiot to drive 2,500 kilometres in their four-wheel drive just to forget to put it into four-wheel drive in one of the most famous river crossings in the entire country. That said, Paul has a lot more common sense than I do and makes it look incredibly easy in the Pajero.
What's happened?
Bit of water in there.
Water in there.
Deep crossing. Lots of water.
How was that, Paul?
That was great.
Great?
A lot of fun.
Oh, it's floating.
How'd you go?
Almost. I don't really know.
Some water in there?
Yeah.
When you come across, mate, just come forward to me and on the top.
Yeah, I tried to, yeah.
Oh, he's re-emerged.
That is scary.
Just go, dog.
Scary, man!
A bit of a slap-a-mondo. Oh.
You know, I've been to Cape 3 times now. This is my 3rd time. And although I've come up here and seen the very tip of Australia a few times before, I still find it an incredibly important and rewarding experience, because that sign, that spot, means a lot of things to a lot of different people. But to me, it represents, you know, capturing a piece of that pioneering spirit, exploring this country and following the tracks that our predecessors have come along. It also represents a whole bunch of hard graft, getting my car ready, planning the trip, making the money to get here, and of course making the friends to come along with. And I really do hope that we can continue to come and enjoy this very special location long into the future. A bit of local knowledge goes a long way, and we actually came across a mate of ours at the Croc Tent who gave us a whole bunch of information as to where to find the location that the Old Telegraph line met the ocean, and that is in this concrete box.
It's printed bits per second.
This is a weird looking toilet.
Uncomfortable, isn't it?
Those things that jab into your doot.
Yeah.
Must be Japanese.
It was formed it all up with...
Is that a bidet?
Oh, you just broke the cable, mate.
Oh, it's a
you just crashed the internet.
Well, isn't it?
And not only that, he also gave us a mud map as to how to find a portion of the original Telegraph track, which is actually north of Bamaga, the most northerly point of the Old Telegraph track.
She's a bit on the narrow side, holy.
Hey, duck your head. What was it?
The very northern part of the telly track. The most northern part.
The most northern part of the telly track.
We've just found the telegraph station or junction where it joins the land. Oh, look how narrow that is.
There.
Oh, the fat girl.
Oh my God. Oh.
Yep. If the whiskers go through, the arse will follow.
I always wonder how all these, explorer tracks, originated tracks, why they're all so windy. Wouldn't you think they just go straight?
Confirmation that we are on the
lifted me off the ground.
The northernmost part of the telly track. We have found the telly.
That's amazing.
There we go. Don't let it go and land on Josh.
Oh no! Look at that!
We are on the weird close route.
Oh, that's amazing.
We could take it. That style of dipstick, and this here.
Taste it.
Looks just like.
So as it turns out, there is actually a limit to how far north you can drive, and once you hit the tip of Australia, the only thing you can do is turn around and head south again. Now, there's still about 2,800 k's between us and our final destination, so what better way to show it all off than with an awesome montage? And on that note, we finish this epic episode of Full Bore, and this has been one of the best four-wheel driving trips I have ever been on. You can really see why people keep coming back to Cape York year after year. It's one of those bucket list four-wheel drive destinations. Awesome scenery, epic campsites, great four-wheel driving, even the fishing is good. And if you can pick a good bunch of people to come along with, then you're really winning at life. Oh, and one final thing is that the Jeep did in fact make it home. We'll catch you next time on Full Bore.